Hello, online pipe community. Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we have another Parsimonious pipe. We're going to talk about pocket knives a little bit too. Today's pipe is a 1-star Pipe by Lee pot. Nice grain. Let's take a little look at the before and afters on this. I really struggled to get a good color match on these so that you can see the difference in stem coloration. The shininess of the top image was all oxidation, that outer layer of the stem. It is now a matte black, and it's just really hard to see the difference in coloration there. Did manage to get a few of the scratches off the bowl, lightened that up just a little bit so you could see the grain. The rim was scratched up pretty well and charring around the inside and a little bit along the outside. I cleaned that up, did not re-bevel or reshape the inside of the rim there. So there is still a little bit of charring left down in there. Unfortunately, looking from this angle, you can't tell a lick of difference between the before and after pictures of the stem. After cleaning up the bowl, you can see that the grain pops just a little bit. I did not sand out any of the chips or deeper dings than just surface scratches. You will also note one of the disappointments in my cleanup of this pipe. I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and could not get all of that clean off the stinger and the threading on the stummel side. I think I'm going to have to hit that with an actual dental pick, maybe, in order to be able to scrape down into some of those tight little crevices to get all of that out. Now, as I said, this is a 1-star. It is a stamped 1-star, which puts it somewhere in the 60s to very early 70s, like 1971, 72, when the company disappeared. The 1-star, from what I gather, is just as rare as a 5-star. The 4-star is actually the hardest one for me to find. I have only ever seen one, but yeah, these little 1-stars are not always easy to find, and usually they are not smooth. 1-stars are usually carved or rusticated in some way because they're trying to hide some grain flaw. This is actually pretty nice for their lowest grade pipe. And it cost me $27 and change shipped. Now, Matthew at Picking and Piping is having what I believe his 350 sub giveaway. Let me confirm that here. Yes, 350. Congratulations on hitting that milestone, Matthew. Y'all should drop by and check him out. Be down below. For his giveaway, he wanted us to discuss our first or favorite knife or something knife related. Well, I'm going to talk about my first knife and my favorite knife. My first knife was a Victorinox Swiss Army knife that looked something like this. In fact, it looked just about exactly like that. I'm sure they haven't changed the design in 40 years plus since I got that original. That is the first knife that I ever cut myself with. Still have the scar on this finger. We picked that up when I lived in Germany as a kid. I had to save up the money that I earned for quite a while before I could afford to buy that. It was a good little knife. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about knife safety, particularly for non-locking folders. It's important to really pay attention. Fast forward to today. What is my favorite knife today? Well, based on the number of times that it gets used and carried, it would have to be this Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Real basic, just a blade, bottle and can openers, corkscrew, leather punch, all toothpick and you know, nail file, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy tweezers. Close it carefully. But I carry that thing everywhere. Now, I haven't actually had this one very long because, 5 years or so ago, going through an airport, I realized that I had not put my Swiss Army knife in my luggage. Now, despite the fact that to date, I don't believe there have been any hijacking attempts using Swiss Army knives. Yeah, somebody in TSA got themselves a nice Swiss Army knife and I had to buy a replacement. Yeah, I wouldn't really say lesson learned because I've almost done the same thing again since then. I do not, however, carry an expensive pipe as my EDC, just a little utility. Now, are there other knives and things that I've got that are maybe more useful? Sure, I've got a Gerber Leatherman type multi-tool that does everything, but it's heavy and doesn't fit in a pocket quite as nicely. I don't have pliers on my Swiss Army knife, but I can carry it around with me anywhere. Matthew, I hope that that is at least marginally interesting to you and satisfies what you wanted us to do in a VR. Please do not enter me in your giveaway. I've got enough stuff as it is, and it'd be nice to spread the love to some of the other guys. But congrats again, and folks, check him out. He'll be down below. With that, light something you like. Might be an old pipe you clean up yourself. Enjoy your afternoon.